All right, happy Monday. Let's go through what happened today. Did not trade too much. Let's go through the top gainers and then go through any trades. And let's take a look at the market. It's holding up. The monthly, so almost back at all-time highs that were from end of 2021, start of 2022. This is the top gainer on the day. I did not see it. I just traded this morning, and that's really my goal with the way I'm trying to trade is just look for a little bit in the morning, put my trades in, and then forget about it. This is a China name. Pretty big market cap relative to this move. It's not like a micro cap. It's a small cap. December 14th. That's not today. So there's no news today. This thing looks just crazy. Crazy town. Is that the daily? This isn't worth looking at. It's tiny volume. Just absurd. Looks absurd. Next up, PBLA. I might just skip. It's a $5 million company. I'm not interested really in swing trading that. This is where I overtraded today. I should not really have traded this. I took a short position and I probably should have done a wider stop because I think I took a good short. I got in, between 4 and 450. But I got stopped out here. This didn't load correctly. All right, so $400 million market cap, good amount of cash. Oh yeah, there's something to do with COVID. It treats COVID. To me, I just think COVID's done, even though it's not. It still exists out there, but that biased me towards the short side, and probably not something I should have traded. But if you look at a longer term graph, I'll show you why I thought it was a good short. So you can see it got up to a previous kind of level where it had topped out before. So that's why I thought it was a good short. It was a decent short. But yeah, could have done a wider stop or just avoided it because I'm really trying to just buy episodic pivots and not be shorting unless it's like a day 3 runner that's going into resistance. That's a good short. That's what I did on CCCC the other day, and that was a good trade. Next one up, did not trade. Tiny stock. I'm not trying to trade those stocks. Next one, I didn't trade it. I'm not even going to look at it. This one, another tiny one. This United States Steel Corp is getting bought by a Japanese company. There's no trade there. It's interesting though. That's that. So let's go through my trades that I did take. First one, very small size, because this is probably one I just want to watch. And while we're at it, let's look at the watch list that I have going. Didn't really look at it today. So a couple of them, yeah. Not doing too much. That's interesting. Alt. Oh, nice. I'm in alt. This one is very interesting. They have a weight loss pill. I don't remember what this one is. I'm in that stock as well. Okay, this one. ZIMV, medical devices. I did some research on their website, and the news was that they're selling off their spine business. They have a spine business and they have a dental business. They're getting rid of the spine business for $375 million. That seems very positive. Their whole market cap's $450 million. They want to focus on the dental segment. Did not read what their revenue split is, spine and dental, but you know, that's very good news in my mind. They're getting almost their whole market cap worth for half of their business. I don't know what the split is. That would probably be good to know, but either way, even if it's for 75% of their business, they want to focus on dental. I think dental is a good market too. People want to have nice teeth. So what did I do? I did tiny size because, you know, it's not a classic episodic pivot type move. It's up already 40%. But it seemed like great news to me. I got in very small at 14.05, and I'm just holding it. But yeah, I probably should have trusted my instincts and got in a little bit more, maybe watched the open and bought it on a break out. So once it moved up higher, I could have got in, put a stop here. So there would have been a stop at the low of 14.02. Could have got in around 15. So sized accordingly, you know, with the dollar stop. So that's something. So this is good for me just to go back and look at my trades and figure out what went right and what went wrong. Next up, INAB. This one had phase 1, very positive, cancer remission, few days ago, but it's not really moving higher, and I got stopped out. So let's take a look here. So it dipped well below the 10-day, kind of recovered. I got stopped out. I did buy back in though, because I could get in with pretty tight stop. Like now my stop is probably $1, and it's pretty close to there, so I could just get shares accordingly, size accordingly to that. I got stopped out of a bigger position, but it's still really good news. And like even more important, really, is that they raised a bunch of money at I would say favorable terms from what I read. The investors make money above like 120 to 150. So it's not like they just sold shares at like $1. Anyway, they sold and they raised like 47 million, which is like their market cap. So to me, they're in a good position monetarily, and they have great clinical results. So I want to hold a small position there. Next up, I got stopped out of SUNW, Sunworks. So kind of just a penny stock that I was hoping to ride higher. I think it's worth watching because, if solar takes off, this stock will give you outsized returns compared to like a normal size stock. And I have pretty small, account. I don't need huge liquidity. When this was going, it did 24 million shares. It's not great, but I'll add it to the watch list. I'm going to make a solar watch list. I'll do that. I kind of know the solar names in my head, but might as well track them. There's a few of them. So, yep, just got stopped out of that. No big deal. All right, next one is the one I already talked about, IVVD. I'm not going to go into it. I got stopped out of MAXN. So these ones I got stopped out, I did not have big size. That's why I'm not too worried about them. Jesus. Um, it's not a bad place to buy, I would say. This could be an episodic pivot, and we could continue to see it go up. So yeah, do I have any solars left? I still have iSun. Decent position size there. So yeah, I mean, if anything, I could maybe just add to that since it's holding up well. When you have a stock that's holding up better than the rest of the stocks in the sector, that usually is something to take note of. If it's outperforming similar businesses, could be for good reason. This is like really a penny stock, so can't trade huge size, but have a decent position there. All right, one more to look at. I traded today. I bought ESOA. I'm holding it. I bought it at $4.79. What happened today? They announced earnings. Had a nice jump up. I'm going to go through the earnings here in a second. Let's see where I got in here. 479. So, somewhere here. Ended at 521. All right, earnings. And then I think I'm done for today. Monday, getting back to it. Nothing crazy, nothing huge. All right, let's see how their results were. So revenue, 304 million. They had a backlog, so orders in their books for 230 million compared to 140 million last year. So that's huge growth. What did these people do? It's energy, engineering, and construction. They engage in the provision of services in the natural gas, petroleum, water, automotive, every industry. Construction. So this is could be a good infrastructure bill play. Looks pretty good. I mean, it could keep going. Pretty small market cap compared to their sales. Small margins, which is pretty normal for like an engineering firm, but they could grow. In their EBITDA is 21 million. Their gross profits were up, like 80% from last year. Their income was up like 100%. Their net income was up, like 100%. So that's great. Yeah, pretty happy with this buy. Don't know a lot about it. And where's my stop? It's at 430. So 50-cent stop. Pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, I mean, the hope is that this is a good episodic pivot, that the earnings are good enough to drive, many investors to want to get in, and just drive the stock higher over however long. Could be over a year. And it's been moving pretty nice. So it goes up, consolidates, pretty much stays above all of these moving averages, goes up, consolidates, dipped down to like the 50-day. So if something like this happened, I would be getting out when it closes below, depending on the market, either the 10 or 20-day moving average. Just as a reminder, I'm trading around the strategy of, this is a stock I might look at. But this guy named Kulamagi, if you want to look him up, I would suggest, reading his blog. And he's on Twitch and YouTube. I think in my first video I went through that's good. I don't remember which one of these I went through, but I think probably this one, to talk about which setup that's not, I'm not trying to watch a YouTube video while I make a YouTube video. Anyway, episodic pivots, that's what I'm looking for. This is a stock I'm holding. They got a contract with Northrop Grumman. It's like a penny stock, military, industrial, or communication equipment in Germany. I don't know. But that happened this day and I got in there and I'm holding that. So that's worth taking a look at. I am ending the video now. I'll be back tomorrow. Goodbye.